Morning, guys. Saturday, September 28th, maybe? Anyway, FedEx. I hate to go on, but these guys had that package here locally 4 days ago. Told me it was out for shipment then. Didn't get it. Called them. They put a new expedited deal on it to make sure I got it. That was, I think that was Tuesday. Anyway, long story short, 4 times they have rescheduled that thing. And every time I get a hold of one of their operators, well, we'll make a promise it'll be there today. I said, well, what's different than the last 3 promises that you guys said it would be here the next day? And it never shows up. I don't know. I hate to be that way, and I apologize to both of them. I know it's not their fault as a operator, but it's their fault as a company. Everybody I've talked to, same trouble, same issue. So from now on, if I order something and it tells me it's coming FedEx, I'm just going to cancel it. Because if I can't get what I need, I'll buy it local, and I don't mind supporting local. It was just that I was busy and I thought I'd have these tires, and the next day should have went up to Tom's and just got tires, I guess. And that may end up doing that before the smoke clears. Like I said, I just thought it'd be real easy to have them at the door, throw them on. Anyway, enough of that. It is a little after 7, Saturday morning. I've got to run down and get a filter that was misordered by Deere. And I think somebody hit a coyote there. And we ended up ordering at O'Reilly's. They'd have it this morning. We had a couple dealers up here that had the right filter, but it was, 2-hour trip, hour each way. And we thought our time would be better spent working on the seed cleaner. So anyway, I'm going to run down and get some gas for the one truck we have. A little slow this morning, doing a lot of stuttering around. Gas, a battery for an old truck, filter. Yep, we'll get that. Get moving back. Sun's up. I'm back from town. Put a battery in that old 2-ton. Got it up and running. Washed it out. Got this pulled over and put under the bin. These are 550s, so there's 1,100 bushel there. Unhooked my old John Deere from the mower, got it on the auger. Bob's getting the way wagon around so we can put 100 bushel in it. Then we'll get our seed treater set up and know that we had 100 bushel. Just get a good rough estimate. So anyway, I got that filter for that 8650 that they gave us, so we'll get it back in this morning. Get that tractor buttoned up. Stop me short! Alright, we got that filter back on, added fluid to it, but he's going to put it up by the shed and get it out of the way. Bob's getting Goldilocks. I told you we washed it out, left it up to dry. Looks like we're dry. We'll go run that 100 bushel of seed weed on it. See if we can get our seed treater set up. of Cody's hog feed still in there. We'll clean that out. Hold her down a little. Nice to have a scale on the farm for once. Old junk 8-inch auger. Fill that up. Get our seed treater set up. We are struggling to say the least, guys. That motor on top of that one doesn't want to run right. We went and stole a bigger motor off another old auger that we broke the flighting on. I'll see if it'll run. Had quite a mess this morning. Nothing ever goes smooth. Alright guys, we got another motor on it. A lot bigger motor. Seems to be having no trouble. Like our belt could have been a hair tighter. Bob, you got to open your gate a hair more. The tiniest movements make a big difference. Try not to run it past this line. Still gives it plenty of time, but it also doesn't overload the bottom too. Big stuff comes off here, out that way. Big stuff comes off here. Fines come off here. Then there's a fan under there that flows down there. Should be getting light wheat and chaff. There's stir fingers in that deal, so you don't want to get your finger in there too bad. Don't forget there's stir fingers in there, Bob. You can't get your finger in there. And then the treat, we've got an orifice in it. We're running off a Milwaukee inverter. Maintaining 20 pounds, should be about where we want to be. Got a magnet on it. Drain it into the auger. I'll get up there and show you. Might not be able to see that very well. That's got more treat on it than the last couple of years. Well, last year we did it ourselves. The year before, the one's cleaning it. It was just a seed red here and there. I think we're pretty good. We've got to run that 2.5 gallon of treat on that 100 bushel. 3 ounces per bushel. As you guys can tell, it's a big guesstimate. Guesstimate if our line's here. If it's farther down or shorter, it's going to be less or more wheat going through, which is going to affect our treat. So, we will guess the best we can. I'd rather do it myself and know it was close. I have to let somebody else do it, question the whole time. And that seems to be what we get around here with our seed treaters. You always question if they did what they were supposed to do. Well, that's the sum total of what we have so far. 100 bushel. And my belt come loose. Struggles. Alright, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Bob went to a football game with Cody. And I'm manning this thing by myself. I think we got it dialed in. We've upped the pressure a little more on our treat. I don't think we're quite getting enough on. But at the moment, everything seems to be running smooth. I don't know if I told you guys, we ended up having to, I might have told you, take that old motor off. We had another one on an old auger, we pulled it, changed it. The belt got seated in, smoked the belt after a while, plugged it. Took me 30 minutes to unplug it. Got the belt back on, tightened it back up. It's run about 90 bushels since. I got a new belt in the pickup if I need it. Let me climb up there and look at it. That looks like that's treated pretty well. I think we need to be running about 40 pounds of pressure on our pump. We were running about 30. Now we're running 40. I like the looks of that better. Alright, I'm just going to keep cleaning. I don't know where I left you guys off at. But I was down there cleaning under the where we put seed treat on with a shovel. And somehow I kicked the cord that was running the unload auger. And if you stop that auger full, you're screwed. So I plugged that auger. Probably cleaned 100, 120 without Bob, and 100 before that, probably 220, yeah. And once I plugged it up, I just went to the house. Muggy and hot, so I waited for him to get here. And once he got here, I got up there with a vice grip, turned it, he plugged it in a couple times, finally got it running. So you don't want to unplug that even if it's on an accident. Alright guys, like I said, we probably cleaned 220-ish. Same old thing now. I'll throw it on so you guys can see the cleaner running. Later guys.